my name is Javion Blake, and I am originally from Jamaica. Moved here several years ago to pursue work and actually pursue school here in the US and then Denver for work. Originally from Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica is where I grew up. The natural scenery and the ability for us to be dynamic and have fun, I would say is probably the top. I don't know, those all go together, I would guess. I would say the inspiration came just from the ability to want to do more than just what was locally available. And so the US just offered, a broader platform to be able to just like express myself from a more creative standpoint. Plus, I spent the summer in Jersey and, just met all these people from all over the world. And I thought, it would just be so great to just continue meeting all these people from all over the world. And the US just became a platform on which to kind of form those, relationships and build on. And in terms of business, I would say since I was a kid, I've always wanted to start my own business. Actually, when I came to the US, I didn't really plan to stay in the US. I planned to just came here to go to school and go back home. But I wanted to go back home to start a business back home. But for Breadfruit, the idea kind of came about because one, there's just constant waste of, breadfruits in Jamaica. And so finding a way how to utilize these products that were going to waste that are just high value products. The chips just happened one day I was watching a documentary on making, potato chips or something. And it was just like, and the thought just came to mind of what would happen if I sliced breadfruit really thin. And so from there, I just went down and, had someone make some samples and brought the samples back and started giving people to give a taste of it. And we get to bring it to shelves and we get to assist, farmers to create jobs and income. Because now we're taking something that would go to waste and creating value out of it. And people can generate income from, growing this crop and actually selling these, products that would go to waste. So it's a win-win. Between 2019 to spring of 2020 was when we first launched a product that was technically available outside of just Ziploc bags. And so from there, right when we launched that product, COVID pretty much wiped out the concept of going to stores to give people taste tests. Because one of the good things with the product is because it tastes great. Usually when people try the product, they end up buying it. But if you can't go out there and have people taste it, then you have to change your whole model. And so we pivoted significantly to focus online. I think the vision kept me going, and it became pretty cool because it was just you're bringing something new to the whole region that has never been tried before in many cases. So that part of it just got me excited and, started building up strategic relationships. And from there it was just you started carrying a torch in a way. From there, the product became popular. And then we had to now figure out the production problems because then we realized we needed, to pivot our strategy to scale our productions effectively. And so that was another few months of, going through the grind. Yeah, so actually the Global Trade Activator program, I learned first I knew about the World Trade Center and just from my involvement in just the global community. The World Trade Center I learned about from a friend of mine who was actually involved with the program. And he was give it a try, And one day I was dropped off the dock at the airport. I was coming back and I was like, I'm just gonna stop in and say hello. And that's kind of how that relationship got built on itself. And it just felt like a great place to be. It felt like, the folks here were really engaged and wanted to figure out how they could help. And it just became a very strong relationship from there. Kept on building. Right now, since having gone through and work on the production capacities that we were running into, constraints that we were running into, I would say now we're in a position to increase our sales and revenue. When we're importing products and we're able to lean on some of the resources that the World Trade Center then provides, that enable us to help the logistics, enable us to help with, stuff like, just like local resources in the business community that was trying to offer some assistance in seeing us move forward. So I would say that's kind of definitely some of the ways that the World Trade Center has helped to make this business even more successful. Flavors of Breadfruit Chips, and you're gonna love a lot of those flavors. Like they're a hit, and in addition to that, we do have pancake mix and a cake mix. So we have now diversified our product lines, and they're all again based in breadfruit. But what that does is that allows us to get more real estate in different store locations, and so we can really connect with more consumers. And that's what we're looking to do right now, is really to connect with our consumers, connect with our vendors and distributors and people in the natural food space who want to take on these healthy, gluten-free, paleo kind of food sources that are very natural and very basic ingredients, and get into the hearts and minds and hopefully cabinets of more consumers over the years and months to come.
Okay.
I've always find a lot of pleasure in knowing that I'm creating value, and having the ability to move to the United States, move to a region of the United States that's probably not as popular for a lot of Caribbean folks, and being able to bring a part of Caribbean culture with me. So while I'm gaining a lot from being, in this region of the country, I also have the ability to contribute back to the region of the country by adding to its cultural diversity. From the business standpoint, I think that's something that I really feel very happy and fulfilled about, is that we are one of the first companies. Well, we are the first company in the mainland United States using breadfruit as our main ingredient product. And that is something that was brought by an immigrant and just exposing others to that, cultural background. Because I grew up eating breadfruit. And so now it's just awesome, and I get to go out and share, a bag of breadfruit chips or a bag of pancake mix, and people are like, oh my God, this thing's awesome. Like, I love this. And so it's just, I saw a kid one time that tried our breadfruit chips at a farmer's market, and he was just like, I was confused that it was just a fruit. It was like, no, this is just breadfruit and some sea salt. Because stuff like that, I think I feel very fulfilled. And as long as we're able to, increase our revenues and increase our presence and really connecting with all of our customers and driving our revenues to become self-sustaining, I think we're in a pretty good position to really make some serious impact, both here and back in Jamaica. Be confident. I think that's something that's very important. Be willing to learn, and I think that comes with confidence. You don't know everything, and you never will. But find the right people who can support you in the ways that you see fit, that you are trying to grow into. And don't be afraid to grow into roles. Don't be afraid to find avenues that you think you can become better at, and then put in the effort to do it. And don't just expect someone's going to do it for you. There are resources that you can connect into to get it done. It's just that you probably still have to put in the work. So don't lose that aspect of putting in the work, but be strategic with the work you're putting in. Because I think if you can align your vision with your efforts, I think you are on your way to greatness.